At first, people wouldn't talk about it. A tobacco use policy. Wow. Develop a tobacco use policy? This was now my responsibility? But nobody wanted to talk about it. In February of 2013, I began working as the new Community Transformation Grant Coordinator for my tribe, the Bad River Band of Lake Superior Chippewa Indians. In that capacity, I agreed to take on the task of developing a tobacco use policy. But nobody wanted to talk about it. I knew this policy would protect the health and safety of the community and help decrease disease associated with use of commercial tobacco. Alone, this task seemed overwhelming. A few days after I started the position, Dan Wiggins, Bad River Air Quality Technician, shared that he was also working on a tobacco use policy. I was so relieved. Somebody wants to talk about this. I am not alone. Dan was more confident than I, and it showed in the way he talked and carried himself. We moved forward together. Developing allies would be crucial, so we brought the issue to the community. At first, only barriers were identified. Well, people were now talking, but behind closed doors, about why this couldn't happen. Still, we pressed forward. We began collecting the signatures of people who supported the development of smoke-free spaces at the tribe. We started researching policy types. We started speaking with youth about staying free of commercial tobacco and asking them to pledge to stay smoke-free. We distributed t-shirts and brochures. Everybody was listening, but still not much talking. We began speaking with tribal leaders. We drafted a letter to the tribal council asking that certain areas of our casino, convention center, and lodge be made smoke-free. The letter received approval from the Community Advisory Board. We waited and whispered, and were delighted our request was granted. But still a policy was not in place. Listening was now moving forward toward a joined action, but still not much talking. We wrote letters to tribal council, the community advisory board, the elders, the department heads about the need for a tobacco use policy. People started talking about it openly now. Penny Charette joined our efforts, and we began discussing the use of traditional tobacco and commercial tobacco through storytelling during the winter months. We hosted an award night for children who pledged to stay smoke-free. Children joined the discussion. We started the Traditional Medicine Garden project to encourage community members to grow traditional tobacco and other medicines. Smokers joined the discussion. We drafted a tobacco use policy. In June of 2014, the policy was adopted, and a modified version was put into effect on August 1st, 2014. My heart sang. We did it! Then I realized the real story is an entire tribe worked to create change, to move their sovereign nation into the future as a healthy, smoke-free community. Now, everybody is talking about it.